The nominations are in for the 47th Annual Vivian Robinson Audelco Recognition Awards. Audelco, which stands for Audience Development Committee, Inc., honors Black theater and its artists here in New York City. Joining us today is actor Ralph Carter, who is perhaps best known for his role as Michael Evans on the iconic sitcom Good Times, and now Vice President of the Audelco Development Committee, and actress and nominee Halina Lewis. Welcome to both of you. It's nice to have you here this afternoon.
Thank you, Sandra. We welcome the opportunity.
You know, there was a little buzz going on before you walked in here. You know, I have to give a shout out to Michael and Good Times.
I received that. Thank you.
Yes.
And to all of our viewing audience, thank you for decades of watching our show.
Yeah, and in fact, ABC is going to be doing Good Times live in December 18th.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. It'll be looking back to my youth.
Yes. Whatever the production is, I wish it well.
So what was it like to be, at that point in time, to be on such a popular show?
I was fortunate to be in the explosion not only of African-American theater in the 1970s, but into that same wave of consciousness and beautiful television productions that featured African-American artists.
Yeah.
We had All in the Family, of course, but from All in the Family, you had the actors who had spin-off. Norman Lear was a genius and brilliant arbitrator when it came to doing productions as he did.
Yes.
So therefore, you have the byproducts of the Jeffersons, of course, Good Times. And I also take heed to myself of being very grateful for all the people who taught me along the way. I gotta give a shout out to my mother, Mrs. Lucille Carter.
Well, you have to.
Mother turned 96 this year, so happy birthday, Ma.
Oh, wow, that is terrific.
Yebo Baba Job, you know.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Carter.
Yes.
And I should say that you, for those who don't know, you have a very rich theater background, and that's really where you were discovered, quite frankly, and you know, became known, I guess, more widely as a television actor.
I'm very proud of the background that I was allowed to have when I was a younger actor. My point being that I had a chance to learn from people like Pearl Bailey, and I got kissed by Josephine Baker and Earthy Kid.
Yeah, what, you were on Broadway? I mean,
yeah,
age 9 is when you started?
Yeah, I started in a production called The Me Nobody Knows. And coincidentally, when I did start in The Me Nobody Knows, Black theater in itself was in an explosive realm.
Yes.
This is also the time when the Audelco Awards began in 1973. It came out of the brainstorm of 5 wonderful women, and they had the audacity to say, we are going to fill theaters so that people of color can have an audience that would come to see them. So within the tri-state area, you have, well, it's affectionately called the Viv Award for Miss Vivian Robinson.
Yes.
But you also have Miss Mary B. Davis. You also have the illustrious Miss Grace L. Jones, who was recently deceased, but a primary force in our work. And right now we celebrate the work I'm doing with my colleague, Miss Jackie Jeffries. So along with her and a wonderful team of people, you know, we give a shout out to them. You
know, there are people that might say, oh, well, look, there are people of color on in so many shows on Broadway, and, you know, look at Hamilton, look at The Lion King, I mean, even Book of Mormon, and, you know. What do you say to them about what the Audelco Award stands for and what it does in terms of recognizing the significance of Black theater and Black performances, why it is still important and relevant
Because
today?
the relevancy is not only to celebrate the Black actor and the Black actress, but also the Black cameraman, the Black set designer, light designer. We cover the whole gauntlet of all those talents that come together to make a production possible. So usually we see above 40 plays a year, and as a consequence of that, we get a chance to see some of the most beautiful talent. That's new, it's refreshing, the writers are excellent, and wonderful young ladies like Halina, we've seen her work, and she's phenomenal.
And Halina, you are a past Audelco Award winner for a one-woman show.
Yes.
And you're nominated this time. So talk to me about those 2 shows.
Okay, so in 2014, I won Best Solo Performance for Call Me Crazy, Diver Mass Social Worker. And in that show, I played 25 characters from like inmates to prostitutes to former inmates. And it's just my journey in social work, you know, because I started off, my undergraduate degree is in biology.
Yes.
And I went to a program in Newark, New Jersey, and ran a drop-in center for prostitutes. And as I continued to go to school, I was like, you know, no one is telling the stories about social work.
Yeah.
Like the hard work that we do, the little pay that we get. We're working 50, 60, 70 hours plus per week, depending on your primary population.
So
and
you did it.
Yes, and I did it, and it has been running for the last 13 years. I've been blessed at the New Eurekan Poets Cafe, and it's always a sold-out show. I have social workers coming from Canada, Florida.
Because they recognize themselves.
Well,
So talk to me a little bit
and we're
about
grateful.
Shenanigans.
And well, Shenanigans is my third one-person show. I wrote it, well, I had the concept of it shortly after my mother had passed away in 2011. And what drew me to this play was that although my family was going through a very tough time, I was finding comedy in the nuances of various family drama. And I said, one day when I get the chance, I'm going to pen a poem and a play about this. So I'm using continuing bond theory to express how my mother, or how I view her in heaven, and I'm encouraging people, especially people of color, to recognize that yes, you can be spiritual, but you can also go to therapy and get some help.
The two things are not mutually exclusive.
So I think you need to combine both of them.
And so this year's awards, as we said, is November 18th.
November 18th, which is a
Tribeca.
Monday, at the
Monday.
Tribeca Performing Arts Center.
And there are still tickets available.
That is correct, yes, Sandra. And the address is 199 Chambers Street.
Okay.
And if you're in New York, and if you would like to come to support theater, one person out there knows 10 people.
Yes.
And those 10 people also know 10 other people. And those 10 people know 10 people,
So
etc.
text them or call them all and tell them to get there.
As we say, little boys say, tell everybody. Tell
Right.
everybody
Yes,
to
we
come.
do say it exactly like that too, everywhere. Audelco.org.
Yes, that's
we
correct.
can find out the information that we need and buy tickets at that
Yes.
email address.
And for those who have, thank you for supporting African American theater.
And thank you
That's how I
all
met this
for
young
your
girl.
talent and hard work. It is appreciated.
We thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on Here and Now. If you missed any portion of today's show, you can watch at abc7ny.com. And if you'd like to comment or share your story, email us at abc7ny or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm Sandra Bookman. Enjoy the rest of your day.